Your host, Patrick Highland.
All right. AJ, my man, he's rocking and rolling, this kid. He's getting our YouTube working, our mics working, our headsets working. AJ, thank you, man. My boy from Texas. All right.
I didn't know he had some moves like that,
Dude.
baby.
If we ever had a producer 40-yard dash, he might
Wow.
be clock in at a clean 6'2".
No, I'm saying 4'9". I give him a 4'9". Got to get out on the pickleball court with him now. Jeez, if he can move like that, he can back my, what up.
You've been saying that for a long time, and I just think you're scared to be on the pickle court with me.
If you're on my team, why would I be scared, young man?
That's the safest place for me.
There you go. Thank you very much. That's our man,
I don't
AJ.
know. I don't know, AJ. I don't know. He gets a little wild with the paddle. You could have a few cuts and bruises to the back of your head.
Or if he were to run into me, that wouldn't be a good thing either.
He might never come out.
We love that sport. Good old pickleball. The sport where you can be an average athlete and still have fun.
Why? And
I'm
maybe
serious,
you
sister.
all know this because I don't.
Okay.
Where did they come up with we've already diverted from anything intelligent today?
No,
folks.
we'll get to pro sports here in just a minute. Have some fun.
What is the name pickleball? Where did they
That's
come
a
up
classic one.
with that? Joshua, do you know?
So yeah, allegedly there are some different stories, but traditionally it's that this family made up this game like on their own home, like at their house. Basically, they were just kind of messing around, hitting balls with paddles and whatnot. And they had a dog named Pickle that would constantly go and chase the ball down, and
That's funny,
that
man.
was the origin of the name,
Very
allegedly.
It's ping pong and tennis all together.
My aunt and uncle used to have what they called a paddle ball court.
Yes.
Which was basically the same thing. It didn't have the rules, but the dimensions of the court, everything were about the same. Played with like a dead tennis ball, and
it's amazing. And the game, the sport has become very popular. That's why we're talking about it. But hey, before we forget, Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope they had a great time. Happy New Year coming up. Let's make 2026 a better year. Let's be better to our teachers, our policemen, our firemen out there. They're just trying to do a job. Let's be civil to each other. Taking an extra minute for someone to jump in front of you in line, either in a car or at a store, isn't going to kill you. If we could get back to being more civil, Josh does a lot of good things with charity, helping out people. Scott does. I do. I was talking to somebody yesterday. If we would all just take a little initiative to, there's a piece of paper on the ground, pick it up instead of throwing a plastic cup out of your car. Picking these things up, man, our earth would be so much cleaner and this country would be so much better. And right there alone, if you walk in your house and it's clean, you're in a different mood. When you get your grass cut and you pull into the driveway, you're in a different mood. Same thing with the country, and just want to share that with everybody. And let's do a random act of kindness for our fellow man today. So that being said, Josh, you're going to laugh who I think is going to win today. It's more of a situation, and we talked a little bit about it yesterday, and Scott, that the Dolphins are going to beat the Bucs and Seattle's going to beat Carolina, and we're going to have a team that goes 8-9, aka the Bucs, win the division. That's what I'm looking for. Can I get that wish?
No.
I can't.
No.
Dolphins have no prayer, do they?
No, I think every team in the NFL has a prayer. We've seen that this year more than any other year. We've seen games that it's like, huh?
We saw one on Christmas dinner,
Yes.
Detroit choking it. Go ahead.
If you believe in the chatter.
Yes.
I think you are going to see, hopefully, an up-tempo offense. If you paid attention to the last game, we didn't get a playoff with under 5 seconds the entire game on the play clock. That was definitely a slow-down game. Why we did that, I have no idea. I think if you believe the chatter, you believe everything, yes, they're going to give Baker a play, but you are going to see a wide open everywhere. Balls flying everywhere today.
Well, go ahead, Josh. What do you think? Oh, there's one thing that I want to look at. Grizzard, okay, the offensive coordinator who was down in Miami for 7 years. Okay.
He did a great job.
Down in Miami. How's he doing here? A little questionable. His job's on the line today.
A little questionable. I think he's the worst offensive coordinator we've had since Sam Weiss.
Oh boy, Sammy Bammy.
Seriously, think about it. I know that I'm making a joke, but
Right.
who's he better than?
You know,
He has the most vanilla, boring.
Okay, so what happened from the beginning of the season? Was that just all Baker magic?
It was Baker being one. I believe one, Baker was 100% healthy. Two, I believe that the coaches and have lost any imagination, anything. I mean, last game, how many in these wheel routes with the running backs were working early? We don't do that. We didn't do that one time. Did you see one screen pass to Bucky?
No.
One? No.
They got to mix it up. But we had a feeling they were going to lose up in Carolina anyway, because it's tough to play up there for the Bucks. For some reason,
These coaches have reached their ceiling.
You're probably right.
They have Tony Dungy. They have reached their ceiling here.
Yep.
I'm not saying they can't go somewhere else and be productive, but I truly believe they've lost this team.
Well, today's going to be a very interesting game to see what happens. And also, the NFL was smart to have Seattle and Carolina play at one, just like the Bucks, because if Seattle did beat Carolina, what I would do, Scott, and the Dolphins and Bucks were playing at 425, Baker, Mike Evans, Godwin, Iggy, they'd go in for the first quarter. I'd treat it like an exhibition game, and I'd come back. But the NFL's smart. I give them that.
They haven't played together enough, Patrick.
Okay.
You can't. You
right.
have to let them play ball.
You get where I'm coming from.
I get where you're going.
Because today, I feel if Seattle beats Carolina, the Dolphin-Buck game is irrelevant. Now, you can say, they need a win. They need the motivation, please.
This is the most complete team we've had since the first or second week of
No,
the
you're right
season.
about that. But Josh brought up a good point. Was it just Baker magic? No, I think it was the schedule was a little lighter in the front half than the back half, number one. Injuries were coming and going with our offensive line. We just didn't have any continuity, like Scott just said. Also, how crazy if I told you the Bucks and Lions would both start out 6-2 and not make the playoffs, which could happen, you'd think I'm nuts. If I told you Kansas City and the Dolphins would have a better record than Kansas City or the same, you'd look at me like, Patrick, man, I know you like your Fins, but what have you been drinking?
In today's game, what kind of coach comes out and says we're running the ball 30 times?
I agree with that. I hate that sort of outdated, and I've been a Todd defender, but when it comes to that just, it sounds desperate. It sounds very old school. It sounds very, very just not really sure and trying to grasp on.
And if you are, you don't need to announce that.
No, you don't. But I think it's funny, Josh. You can appreciate this more than a lot of other people that don't follow fantasy like you and I do. And your dad will understand where I'm coming from here in a minute. And that is the running back has become more prevalent in fantasy football than it's been recently from a value standpoint. And as far as the game, I think the running game's starting to matriculate, as my boy Hank Stram would say from the KC Chiefs back in the day, back to more running the rock like an all-star, which is nice.
It's a zigzag league. You saw the league get very, very spread out, all wide receivers, and the defenses had to adjust. And now you're seeing kind of the zig back, but you're seeing a lot now. Not to get too inside baseball here, but it's 13 personnel, which means you have 3 tight ends out there.
Correct.
And so, again, that indicates you're going with bigger personnel to block, and so you can run the ball. Also, though, these tight ends are evolving. Like you just mentioned, Mike Allstott. The tight ends back then were, 6-yard button hooks, get you this and that. Now we're seeing more people like your Darren Waller type of hybrids. Because I don't want to compare everyone to Gronk, but someone who's big enough, who's bigger than your corners and your safeties, but also faster than your linebackers. And it creates a lot of mismatches. Your George Kittles, your Kyle Pitts, who tore us up. And you are seeing that. So again, there's a lot of different strategies and schemes. And because NFL is a copycat league until the innovative coaches pivot, and then, everyone starts chasing them. Again, the coaches matter. Coaches matter a lot. You're seeing, again, hindsight's 2020. We should have kept Liam. I love what he's doing with the Jaguars. Look at all that. And it's not, but that is a very tough decision to make for a coach like Todd Bowles, who was winning multiple divisions, increasing his win total every year. He went from 8 to 9 to 10. And so there are a lot of external factors, a lot of different things happening that are contributing to this horrendous downfall. It indicates that Bowles is not a good enough coach to stop it and overcome it. It also indicates Baker is who we thought he was in the sense that he's not consistent enough.
I guess
He's just not. He's been coming up small in the big moments.
I disagree with that.
You
think
disagree
he's
that he's been
injured? Is that why you're giving it
I
out?
think these coaches have hamstrung him.
Okay.
Let the man be Baker. Forget this bull crap running 30 times a game. Let Baker go up to the line and call the play.
When you let Baker be Baker, he turns it over.
I
He's
get-
too
so
inconsistent.
What? So what? He also throws touchdowns. Give me Brett
He's
Favre.
Jameis Winston.
Give-
He's not Brett
no,
Favre. He's
yes.
closer to Jameis Winston than Brett Favre.
I don't
That's
agree.
the problem.
I don't agree.
You're right, Josh.
Look at his
I wish he
percentage
was.
completions. He's way better than both.
He's
of them.
never turned in a full complete season.
No.
He doesn't. It is not. You know what we lack right now? There's no rhythm. There's no
Okay.
flow. Not even like play to play. You have no. It's just there's no. And I know these are cliche words and terms, but you're watching our offense. You see how we were, and looking at the full sample size now of this whole schedule and the whole season. A lot of it was just Baker pulling rabbits out of his butt, and he's not able to keep doing
Consistency.
that.
You can't win games 3 and 2 and
Right.
4 points with the other team missing field goals or making penalties. The
And
sooner or
it's
later,
not like we won all those games. Teams beat themselves. The first game of the season, the Falcons beat themselves. They
Yes,
gave that
did.
to us.
They gave it to
The
us. Thank
Texans
you.
gave that to us.
Yes, they did.
Guys,
Come on.
you still had to score touchdowns to get that opportunity.
Right.
The difference is Baker did something no other quarterback in the NFL did this year. He started the season throwing to not one starting receiver on any NFL team.
Buddy, there's plenty of guys that
Think
would
about
still-
it.
Yeah,
When
that's-
Evans went down, he won games with not one receiver that would have started on any NFL team.
right, and
No,
then he
no, no,
stopped.
Iggy, don't forget my boy Iggy. He did well.
And then he stopped, dude. That's the
did
point.
he stop or did we
Dude, he
stop
stopped. You
it?
saw at the end of last week, he stopped. That's a play at the beginning of the season he would have made.
Yes. I think it's partially because he's injured. I really
Okay,
do.
that's fine.
What play would he have made?
At the end when he threw the pick.
Right.
No, guys, they've talked about that ad nauseum. The play was an out route. Evans said he thought Baker was scrambling, so he went in.
Okay, it doesn't
That
matter.
wasn't a Baker mistake. That was an Evans mistake.
I mean, on the quarterback, if you're going to be wheeling and dealing and moving around like that, like he does, that is the part. You hear offensive linemen say, hey, it's tough to have a scrambling guy back there because we don't know where he's going to be. Our head's constantly on a swivel. You can't keep making excuses for
we
Baker.
can't
Man.
run the ball on first and second down and throw on third.
Agree. Again,
That's all we're doing.
everyone is to blame. Jason Light has to take some blame here because our defense is not good enough. Our players are not good enough.
No.
Antoine Winfield is not making the plays that he used to make. We have Vita Vea, and that's it.
Again, guys, you got
He's not what
Antoine.
he used to be.
You got
really.
it. Guys,
Vea is our best player.
Right. And that's not saying much.
He is our most consistent player.
What is
Right,
the
that's
difference
important.
this year that we're doing this year more than
Antoine
we've done?
Winfield is not playing as well.
It-
Our offensive line is not playing
He
as
is in
well.
a position not to play as well.
Okay.
What?
Okay, you blame the coaches. The players take
What
no
de-
responsibility whatsoever.
Not
okay.
that, but what defense are we running this year that we barely ever ran in the past in the Bowles era? We are running an umbrella single safety high. That is not what Winfield is made for.
No, he's not.
Okay, we've got to stop with this umbrella zone. Why do you think we're getting eat up in
We're
the middle?
playing just well enough to lose. It's a beautiful thing.
Put the people in the positions they are meant to play.
There you go. And that's in anything in
Antoine
business, isn't it?
Winfield is not a single high safety in an
No.
umbrella cover 3 zone. That is not what he is.
No, and I'm not an 18-wheel driver. There we go. Put me in positions where I can succeed. It's the coach's job. This is where the coaches are failing, Josh. Unfortunately, I don't think they're putting the guys in the right
Agreed,
position.
but some of the players can't be put in any position to
No,
succeed because
no,
they
we don't-
suck.
I wouldn't say they suck. We have a mediocre defense with nobody to speak of stepping up to the pump, and I don't get it. It's going to be very
Do they
interesting.
suck or do they have no confidence?
There's some of that right now. I think they need some motivation going on. That's why people want this game so bad, where I don't think it's going to matter. As long as Seattle beats Carolina, obviously. If they don't, then this game is obviously very important because guess what? It's over.
We're in no position to assume that the Panthers are going to lose.
Oh, I agree.
or that we're going to win. The Panthers have proven they can beat anyone in the NFL, and they can lose to anyone,
Yeah,
but they can beat anyone.
I don't think Bryce.
We can't.
No. So right now, you would say Carolina's the better team than the Bucks. Right now.
Right now, today, sure, because they've shown a higher ceiling.
Right.
We're too inconsistent.
It's almost a coin flip, but there's some discrepancy.
Oh, it is. No, again, last week's game, I think you played 100 times. It probably plays out
The other
you know,
way, 50-50.
However, maybe the home field advantage there really is.
The 3 points. Yeah.
We could get Sunday Night Football next week.
Oh, there's no question. That's
Right.
another reason I want it.
Right.
Okay, because that will be the game.
But-
It'll be the most important.
But we haven't been great at the night primetime games
No,
either. Remember the
that's
whole
true.
going back.
Oh,
but
I know.
This goes back to Brady and Bruce. Remember
Yes.
they would joke about Brady like having to go to sleep early because he was old.
But
Yeah.
you
I
know,
don't buy into those trends.
You have-
but
Evans has been here a long time.
Yeah.
You've never really heard him speak out.
No.
he spoke out once when he was young, and
Yes.
he caught a lot
Right.
of crap for it, and he
Yeah.
kind of
He's
moved
speaking
from
out
there.
now.
Well, he
I mean,
knows-
when
he's
Mike
got
E-
maybe 1 year left.
when Mike
after
Evans
this?
says, "Let us play our game,"
Oh yeah.
that says
A lot.
volumes.
Yes, it does.
And here's what I look at Evans. He has shown these last 2 games. He's dominant. You still can't cover the man.
No.
He can't. Okay, if they finish the season and he finishes on a high note, he's got 2 to 3 left. I still say he's going to go 2 to 3 years
Wow.
again. But if this offensive coordinator comes back, you might see him retire.
Wow. You wouldn't see him try to retire and go somewhere else like
No.
Gronk did with New England.
No.
He'll just call it a
But
career.
Mike, I believe Levante, Evans, like the Allstott, the Barbers.
Yeah.
I believe when they say it's done, it will be done here.
Okay.
But I think if he gets Evans' career, I think is based on what kind of offensive coordinator you're looking at next year.
I agree with that. We're going to take a quick time out here on AM 860, The Answer. We're going to come back and we'll talk some more pro ball. We'll do a little college ball, though, with the 4 big games coming up, baby. Rose Bowl Sugar, Cotton, and the Orange. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen with these games and see if there's going to be any upsets. And we'll take your calls at 813-282-8283. We'll be right back.
Happy Sunday from the Sports Zone with Patrick Hyland. And we do hope that it's a happy day and that everything is going as well for you and your family as it possibly can. That today is a good day and that you have many, many more good days in front of you. But no matter how well any of us are doing on this good day, the unfortunate reality of life remains that all of us are likely to face bad days in the future, no matter how distant that future may seem right now. When it comes to matters of health, particularly as we and our loved ones get older, it's predictable that all of us are likely to face hard challenges the longer we live, and that is multiplied by the amount of people we are directly responsible for. You may not want to ask yourself this question, but what if something unexpected happened to you today or tomorrow? How would your family be impacted, particularly those who are relying on you? Is there a plan in place for the bad days that all of us will inevitably face? Just like the best time to prepare for the storm is before storm season arises, so too is it best to prepare for the toughest seasons of your life during these times, which are relatively good and free from the storms. If you don't feel confident that you're prepared for those bad days ahead, either for yourself or your family, give Patrick Hyland a call right now. 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. Patrick has insurance solutions and years of experience helping people plan for their financial future and guiding them through the storms of their lives. When it comes to matters of health, finances, and the challenges that go along with getting older, Patrick's experience can help you find the right answers. You can't ensure that bad days ahead won't happen, but you can insure yourself against the worst possible scenarios. So buy yourself some peace of mind while your skies are still peaceful and call Patrick Hyland today. 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. And if you're a veteran, we thank you for your service.
Hi, folks. You've heard about Opportunity Knocks. Better answer the door. Well, guess what? There's a new meat market right across from Armwood High School called Opportunity Knocks, taking care of everybody out there when it comes to restaurants with their food. Well, guess what? Now you get restaurant quality right at Opportunity Knocks across from Armwood High School. You won't go wrong. Football season, we're right in the meat of it, pun intended, and you can't beat it. Grilling it, frying it, however you want to do it, we'll make it happen at Opportunity Knocks, next to Martha's Restaurant.
Welcome back to the Sports Zone. Let's get back to the discussion. In Hillsboro, 813-289-1860. Anywhere else, toll free 877-969-8600. And now your host, Patrick Highland.
All right, folks. Appreciate you listening to us here on a beautiful Sunday morning in Tampa Bay, Florida. I'd rather be here than Cleveland, Ohio, Josh. What do you say?
Oh, absolutely.
feel
Although
sorry
you're not
for-
going to like it in a couple of days when we got this cold front coming through.
No, I'm not digging that. I'm not going to be digging that whatsoever. I have to pop the fireplace on, and this is Florida, not doggone Ohio, okay, or Pennsylvania, or New York, okay, in case my boy Vito wants to call in. So anyway, talking about the college football playoff system, do you like the bracket situation, Josh, or should they reseed them properly like they do in the NFL?
I think they should reseed them.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Scott, just keep the bracket and be happy.
I like the March Madness look at
Well, I'm saying for March Madness, it's fine, but for
No,
college football,
I like it.
you do?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody has their own opinions on it. I just, it shouldn't be.
I don't like how they get there.
Okay.
Like I said, I don't like the human element, but
You don't have a problem with the brackets, period.
No.
No. Okay. That's cool. I'm not a big fan, but that being said, does Miami upset Ohio State, Josh? Do we get an upset? I say we do.
You really think Miami can beat Ohio State?
I think they're going to upset them. I think it's going to be a weird upset game.
Oh no, I think Miami is a very, very, very good team. Their quarterback again is kind of, you just need him to be able to step up in big moments. In their first loss, he definitely showed some cracks there.
Mhm.
It's more about Ohio State's too good. That's
Okay.
what we've been talking about it all year long.
Okay.
I think you even suggested that loss to Indiana, how much did they care?
Right. Oh, yeah. I'm not even putting any value in that game.
Yeah.
I wanted to get away from conference championship games. It's what you and I talked about. We're going to get 32 teams, 8, 8, 8, 8, and get really to the nuts and bolts of the 32 best teams in the country, either by old school or new school. And the people that they're going to have people from 33 to 40 go, I should be in that 32. Well, then start winning. Win your AAA league. Okay. And then you'll get invited to come in. I would love to see that
how about
happen.
get rid of conferences?
No, that's what we're saying. Just get rid of it and get your top.
No, you've all said just go with 2 big conferences.
No.
everyone-
That's
Yeah.
where things are going. That the
Right.
NCAA will be NFL light,
Right.
which makes sense.
Yes.
It should be cohesive. The football being as giant as a market as it is, the NFL, why isn't there a true farm system? There is, but it's just an unofficial farm system.
Right.
And like I've been saying, man, why are we pulling Phillip Rivers off the street? Why are we starting all these terrible quarterbacks? Are these IMG academies not that good? Can they not? Is the coaching that bad? To put it simply, is the job that hard? Is being a professional quarterback that difficult of a job?
It is. I will
It's
say.
it's that hard.
Yeah.
Where there's less than 32 of them available in the whole world.
That's what baffles me, because I was looking at some old stats the other day, Josh, and Scott, you'll appreciate this more than anybody. You go back to the 80s. I mean, I could go down to about 16 quarterbacks, and all 16, you'd go, you know what? I can win with this guy, even the 16th guy. You can't do that in the NFL now. I don't think you can go past maybe 8. So as you hit 9, 10, 11, 12, you go, oh gosh, man. Then we go game management time.
I agree with Joshua in a sense. I don't believe the learning to be an NFL quarterback is hard. I believe having the ability and the talent, you either have it or you don't. But when all you do is wake up every day, watch film, and talk football,
So
what's hard about it?
yeah, I don't, then what's happened, Scott? I don't
It's
get it.
just like you. You sell insurance. You're either good at it or you're not.
Yeah.
Is it that hard?
There's way more people who sell insurance than are professional quarterbacks,
Right.
though. And I would say, because there's only 32 jobs available, but we can't even fill those jobs.
No.
So to me, it indicates, all right, it relies on a lot of other things. LeBron James is it's easier for him to overcome bad talent around him because there's only 5
Yes.
guys on the field at a time, and the coach doesn't have much of,
That's a very good
as
point,
important
Josh.
of a role.
Yeah.
There's MLB pitchers who can't overcome if their guys can't get a hit.
Right.
So maybe there's some of that,
Yes.
but it still is crazy to me that Phillip Rivers can be out of the league for 5 years. And he's great, bro. All-timer, Hall of Very Good, probably not the Hall of Fame.
He'll
just-
get voted in barely, but he will, especially after this.
Everyone can't get voted in, Patrick. Everyone can't make it.
Do you think he'll make it, Scott? I do too.
Phillip Rivers? Yes.
Okay, so if Phillip Rivers makes it, Matthew Stafford makes it.
Oh, absolutely.
Matt Ryan makes it.
No.
Matt Ryan won an MVP
Yeah,
and made
well,
a
that's
Super
true.
Bowl.
That's true.
Matt's on.
You get what I'm saying? We've got
Yeah.
to set the standard somewhere.
Yeah. We've gotten a little less.
But
Would you rather? I would rather have a guy make it, Josh, than not make it.
but it does not if it diminishes what it means to make it. It's the Hall of Fame, not the Hall of Very Good.
I
Phillip
know.
Rivers to me it will make it like Dan Marino. I think they're
Whoa.
no.
Whoa.
I'm not saying
Whoa,
they're of
that
equal.
is sacrilege.
I'm
right
not
there.
saying they're of equal talent, but I think the voters will look at it the same way. No, he didn't win a Super Bowl, but look, you can't deny what he did.
Yeah. No.
There's
okay.
not. But what Dan Marino did was more impressive than what Phillip Rivers did for 2 guys who didn't win the Super Bowl.
I'm not
Right.
saying he's going to be a first ballot.
No. He'll probably have.
You
to
know
go in
what's
there
interesting to me
old-timers.
though, when you think about and you look at the quarterbacks who have made it, without diving into the whole list and all that, it is generational. To circle back to what
Yes.
we said about how the league ebbs and flows,
Yes.
and it goes from passing to running.
Yes.
You can kind of see that, and when we have these surge of great NFL quarterbacks, because you're Favre, Elway, Marino, maybe say it started with Montana, going to Steve Young.
Yeah.
And then after that, maybe there was a little lull, and then it was Tom, Peyton, Drew, Aaron.
Yeah.
The 4 of them kind of carried everything forever because also they hoard Super Bowls.
It's funny, Josh. You just hit a great nerve there. What has happened now is, unfortunately, when I was talking about the 80s, you'd have 1 or 2 guys like Marino or Elway where you go, boy, they're just great. But then you'd have 10, 12 other guys where you'd go, man, these guys are good.
Are
now,
all good.
Yeah,
All good.
And now you get 4 guys, and after that you go, oh, brother.
I mean, think about it. We
It's
were
not good.
watching games. Brian Sipe,
Yes, great name to bring up.
Jim Hart.
Yes,
These guys were all
they were good, Josh. You could win with
good
them.
quarterbacks.
Hall of Very Good.
Barkowski.
Yes.
Eras change, generations are different. For me, it's like there's clearly, and this is why you have first ballot.
Jaworski.
Yes,
I mean,
Ron could
these
throw
were-
that rock.
These were all good quarterbacks at the same time.
And so you're going to see that right now, I guess is what I'm getting at, because you have Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, who's a 3-time MVP now,
Absolutely.
2 or 3, whatever
He
it
just
is.
needs to get some surgery this year and get some
But he's
players around him.
no, he's just probably never going to win a Super Bowl. Like
No.
they all can't win. Herbert, as great as he is, probably just there's only so many.
Well,
Jalen
let's have-
Hurts is going to steal a bunch of them. You're going to have
Mm.
someone, the 49ers, Kyle Shanahan's it's just that's why it can't
Pretty.
just I guess what I'm saying is it can't just be a count the rings.
If we don't,
Conversation.
if we
Absolutely,
don't hear
Josh.
from Mahomes again,
He's in first ballot.
Oh gosh, yes.
3 Super Bowl rings.
if we don't
multiple
hear
MVPs.
from Mahomes again,
What about it?
I'm not saying he doesn't play, but
Nothing
He's-
spectacular. He
right.
goes 8-8 the rest of his career. 8-9.
No, say he doesn't play again. Say he retires today.
okay, we're done with the GOATs conversation.
Oh, he's not Brady.
okay.
Right.
Brady got 7, bro. And Brady got
But there are those that
Well,
want.
he's more
to-
talented than Brady
course.
as an
We-
all-around
Yeah,
athlete.
That's why Brady's better.
I like that.
No, you just said it. He does have more natural skill.
Yeah.
He does have more natural ability. That's why Brady's even that much better.
No, you think about it. Let's talk about it for just a minute, Josh, since we're on the quarterback talk here. Miami doesn't have one. Baker is probably your 12th guy, and you want Jim Hart or Baker Mayfield. Going back to that type of era
in
conversation.
which era?
Yeah, I know. That's
In
my
today's era, I want Baker.
absolutely.
we are playing today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we're just saying overall,
No,
how
you
would
know-
you look him on the book? Let me go through this.
Yeah.
And then Trevor Lawrence. Okay. All right. Is he in your top
I was
10?
ready to. I think we all were. We were all ready to give up on him.
Isn't that? But perfect comparison because they both had the same offense coordinator and they both are having they had career years under that offense coordinator. So doesn't that tell us these guys are
Goes to your dad's point.
They are
coaching.
They're products of their system. There are certain quarterbacks who can overcome a bad situation. Only a few of them. Josh Allen, what he's doing, what Lamar Jackson has been able to do. Poor Justin Herbert, honestly. Like that kid is just surrounded by nothing.
You know, if he would have started out with Miami, I wonder what his career would look at and how the Dolphins would be looking.
But so now,
guaranteed it'd be a lot different.
So going back to Phillip Rivers and Matt Ryan.
Yes,
if Phil didn't have LT, Winslow, Keenan Allen, if Vincent Jackson, if he didn't have those guys, if Matt Ryan didn't have Julio.
Yes.
I don't
Tony Gonzalez.
Like again, they were elevated by the players around them.
Oh yeah.
They are not elevators. And that to me is what is a Hall of Fame career.
Well, there's a quarterback can't make a basket. He can't hit a home run. He has to rely on someone else to get the job done. And that's why football is the greatest team sport and why you helped out with youth sports all your life. And so did I, because it's the best thing for people in life.
But if what you're always saying, you're just naming all these players they had around them.
Yeah.
Last 2 years, Baker had real good years.
Yeah.
Okay. This year, he hasn't had anyone around him.
And you blame it on the OC. So that tells me Baker has to have a good coach.
I blame it on injuries and I blame it on the OC.
Good. Great. Overcome that stuff. You came in here with your chest. You came in here beating your chest saying that Baker Mayfield was an MVP, elite in that same tier.
He still is. I believe he is.
If he was, he would overcome the situation.
The players.
Dude, you can't lose to a Bryce Young-led Panthers team for the division and still claim that he's that good. You just can't. Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson.
only throw the ball 14 times.
Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, all easily win this division.
They all throw the ball 30 times a game.
Well, like we were talking about the quarterbacks, and then we'll take your calls at 813-282-8283. And, you know, we have Lawrence. Okay, you go to Atlanta. You know, is Penix going to come back and be something? I hope so. He's a Tampa Bay guy. I want to see him do well. But right there's nobody that makes you go, wow. You know, I want him as my starting quarterback, Scott. I can't feel that I can win with those four guys I just mentioned.
In our division?
No, I went outside the division. And then New Orleans, you got the Taylor Shuck guy.
Shuck, baby. He's looking good.
He is looking good.
Him and Bryce Young are looking good, man.
We're going to see what they have to bring, but I'm not feeling like I can win with him yet, Josh. We'll find out down the road.
Can you name anyone he's throwing to?
Chris Olave.
Wouldn't you rather have Eggy Godwin in my? That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
There aren't that many great situations in the league. You've got to have someone who can overcome it.
I'm curious to see.
There's only so many like Kyle Shanahan system type of thing where you can just plug and play.
All I could say is let's see today. If what they say is going to happen and they're going to just sling it around the field and
well, here we go. We'll go right down the divisions real quick. You have Drake May and you have Josh Allen. No question. I would feel I can win with those two. There's two guys there that can.
I'm not sold on May yet.
Oh,
jeez,
okay. I'm going to put him with
guys. He's a flash right now. Can we see him another year or two?
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. You got, and their schedule was light. Scott's right about that. They had the weakest schedule in the National Football League.
I just want to see him do it again.
Okay,
nothing
wrong with that. But I feel in my heart I could feel confident going with them. So there's two.
Yeah, I get that. That's how I feel about Baker. Do it for a full season.
Right. Then you got Burrow.
Give him the players for a full season.
You name anyone Drake May is throwing it to.
Yeah,
please.
Okay. Stephon Diggs. That's it.
Here's
the
difference, guys. Here's the difference. Drake May, their receiving core hasn't been decimated. He's throwing to the same people he threw to all training camp.
No, Matt Collis is injured. A lot of guys got hurt. They don't have a tight end
decimated.
Hunter's not doing what he should do.
You know that. There's a difference between we were decimated.
Well, here you go. I'm going to give Drake the benefit of the doubt that I could.
Yeah, for 1 year he's done well.
I'm trying to think of 8 guys that compare to our Jim Harts, our Brian Sipes. That's what I'm trying to get to here. Lamar and Joe. Yeah, there's 4. Herbert and Nix. I'm going to give Nix some credit. And then we have the South. You got Trevor and you have you got Indianapolis. We got River. If CJ's looking good and
CJ is very good.
And Danny Dimes. Here we go with Danny Dimes. If he doesn't get hurt.
Product of his environment.
Exactly.
Again, he could thrive in a Liam Cohn offense as well.
Couldn't he though?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's become more of
Baker Mayfield is closer to Brock Purdy
Yes.
than he is any of these other top guys.
I
He
would
can
agree.
do more. He's more athletic,
Yes.
but like, good. I mean, come on, man.
yeah, would you feel comfortable as Brock Purdy as your starting quarterback to take you the distance, Scott?
No.
There's Baker right there,
it's
bro. Do you feel confident that Baker
And Brock's been to the Super Bowl twice, hasn't he?
just once?
All right. They lost to the Chiefs twice. Maybe Garoppolo led him one of them, but
Yeah.
either way, man, that means you can get. He's good. He's not bad enough where he
Yeah.
prevents you from
Yeah.
getting there.
No, he finds a way
But
to win. He's a winner.
consistency is everything. This is why people still believe in Aaron Rodgers, why they're still believing in Phillip Rivers. Look at what Matthew Stafford is doing.
Yeah.
MVP leading candidate entering week 17 as got to be pushing 40 type of quarterback. It's consistency is everything. That is what Baker
Is
doesn't
Derrick
have.
Henry a good running back?
Are you
God.
kidding me? What are we doing?
Is he a good
What's
running
happening
back?
right now?
Great.
No, I'm asking.
Hall of Fame, one of the best ever.
First round,
Okay.
first ballot.
Is he a good running back this year?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you noticed last night. He
hold
ran
on,
for over
let me
200
finish.
yards
Trying
and
to make
4
a point.
touchdowns.
Let
Hold
me
on.
finish.
Make your point.
Is Saquon a good running back
Fantastic.
this year?
Off year.
Is it off year or is he done? That's what I'm trying to say to you guys. That's the point
Well,
I'm
running
trying
backs
to
are
make.
way different than quarterbacks.
No. I get that, but his offensive line isn't what it was.
That's true.
Is it him or is there other
It's
not
not
team
the same
game.
for everyone, man.
No.
Saquon Barkley is
It's what Josh said.
That's the point I'm trying
Well,
to make.
here's the
guys.
thing.
You
That's
gotta
why you have to.
overcome.
You want to be great. If we're going to talk about great,
So is
Elway-
Saquon great? Is Saquon great?
yes,
yes, he is.
because he showed
So
us.
just this year he's not.
He's having an off year, and I think some of
Why?
the play calling.
See, I think this is more about the running back is not capable of overcoming a bad situation. Derrick Henry may be the only guy, like we saw him carry the Titans to the AFC Championship game. Saquon clearly was not. He couldn't do anything on the Giants.
There's only a few guys.
But no, Saquon did elevate the Eagles because they went from not winning the Super Bowl to winning the Super Bowl, and he had like a 2,000-yard season,
didn't-
offensive player
I
of the
didn't
year.
ask that. I asked this year, is he great?
No, he's very good.
Is he?
I would say Josh
Yes, Saquon
from
Barkley is very
from a
good,
fantasy standpoint. I bet he's in the top 5. That's production, Scott. I know it's
Yeah.
funny. I'm not a big fantasy guy, but I bet you Saquon's in the top 5 of running backs.
But what
I don't. He's missed some games. They haven't been great
Per game.
And other
I'm
guys
sorry,
have been
what
saying
doing.
people
per
will
game.
say about Saquon this year is like you all are saying. They still say he's great, whether he is or not. It's just an off year.
Yeah. Well, we're going to find out next year, aren't we? When he maybe gets some
I don't even
offensive
think
line.
it's an. He's got.
We're going to see what happens, Scott, if they roll into the playoffs, get back to the Super Bowl and win it, and Saquon has an MVP
Oh.
Super Bowl.
I
game.
think the game this afternoon between the Eagles and Bills is the Super Bowl preview.
Mhm.
I know.
Absolutely, these people are sleeping on the Eagles for defending Super Bowl champion. I think they're exactly where everyone wants them to be because people are like, oh, Nick Sirianni, he's mean. AJ Brown reads books on the sidelines. They can't. Jalen Hurts is
And that-
overrated. Like, bro,
They've
they
already
need,
won the division.
they need Lane Johnson.
Yes.
They need Lane Johnson, no
If
doubt.
you're
but-
coaching the Bucks,
Yes.
bro, the Eagles are so good.
if you're coaching the Bucks, and this is where it all goes back to the man in charge.
Okay.
What is the worst part of our team this year, would you say? Consistently horrible.
Defensive backfield.
I would say special teams.
It's been adequate. It has been terrible.
Adequate?
No, our special teams have been bad.
It's the bottom of the league.
We almost lost the Jets game, bro.
Right.
And it
It's
was
the
bad.
bottom of the
Last week
league.
we had 2 terrible mistakes.
What-
to-
So-
I was saying I apologize.
Okay.
You're right. From execution. You're
Right.
From production, they return the ball okay. The field goal kicker ain't half
So what's the
bad.
excuse
you know,
for
the
making-
punting ain't bad, but we've had a
What's
lot
the
of
excuse
mishaps.
Todd Bowles is making for his special teams coach?
All right, can we move? Okay, so
But you understand
can
what
you
I'm
can
saying?
you will you be on the
It-
record
it
then? You want to
starts-
fire Todd Bowles no matter what?
I'm using that as any coach at any team.
I'm asking you though.
If you have a bad coach or then fix the situation.
Yeah.
Maybe he's trying.
Yeah.
Then
Okay, we
fire
don't
him.
know. Again, that's the nuclear option. Just fire him. We don't know if the backup's better, dude. We don't know. You don't know who Plan B is. The grass is always greener. You know, the Gumar always looks great, but you still get,
That was pretty good. And with that, we're going to take a quick time out here on M860, The Answer, baby. And we'll be coming back to you live and funky for the last 15 minutes. And we go down the NFL, who to start, who to sit, who to invest in, who not to. We'll have a few props for you. we're going to see Josh and I are going to rock and roll a little bit here and see what we can come up with for you. Hang in there with us here on AM 860 Answer the Sports Zone. Hi, folks. You've heard about Opportunity Knocks. Better answer the door. Well, guess what? There's a new meat market right across from Armwood High School called Opportunity Knocks, taking care of everybody out there when it comes to restaurants with their food. Well, guess what? Now you get restaurant quality right at Opportunity Knocks across from Armwood High School. You won't go wrong. Football season, we're right in the meat of it, pun intended, and you can't beat it. Grilling it, frying it, however you want to do it, we'll make it happen at Opportunity Knocks, next to Martha's Restaurant.
Happy Sunday from the Sports Zone with Patrick Highland. And we do hope that it's a happy day and that everything is going as well for you and your family as it possibly can. That today is a good day and that you have many, many more good days in front of you. But no matter how well any of us are doing on this good day, the unfortunate reality of life remains that all of us are likely to face bad days in the future, no matter how distant that future may seem right now. When it comes to matters of health, particularly as we and our loved ones get older, it's predictable that all of us are likely to face hard challenges the longer we live, and that is multiplied by the amount of people we are directly responsible for. You may not want to ask yourself this question, but what if something unexpected happened to you today or tomorrow? How would your family be impacted, particularly those who are relying on you? Is there a plan in place for the bad days that all of us will inevitably face? Just like the best time to prepare for the storm is before storm season arises, so too is it best to prepare for the toughest seasons of your life during these times, which are relatively good and free from the storms. If you don't feel confident that you're prepared for those bad days ahead, either for yourself or your family, give Patrick Highland a call right now. 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. Patrick has insurance solutions and years of experience helping people plan for their financial future and guiding them through the storms of their lives. When it comes to matters of health, finances, and the challenges that go along with getting older, Patrick's experience can help you find the right answers. You can't ensure that bad days ahead won't happen, but you can insure yourself against the worst possible scenarios. So buy yourself some peace of mind while your skies are still peaceful and call Patrick Highland today. 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. And if you're a veteran, we thank you for your service.
Welcome back to the Sports Zone. Let's get back to the discussion. In Hillsboro, 813-289-1860. Anywhere else, toll free 877-969-8600. And now your host, Patrick Highland.
All right. Josh Levinson and I are going to go down the list, and Scott Levinson's going to chime in. We're going to save the Bucks and Dolphins for last. All I can say is the sports writer agrees with me, though. Dolphins 24, Bucks 21. Oh, my.
He's on crack.
Oh, wow.
Who is that?
Nice.
Who said that?
That would be Mr.
Oh, from the Tampa Bay Times?
That would be from the Los Angeles Times, Sam Farmer. So
Okay.
that's why he said that, because he's
Interesting.
not going to be a Bucks, homie.
Interesting.
Here, let me just make this perfectly clear, folks. If this game met the Bucks going to the playoffs, I'd be like, let's go, Bucks, win the dadgum game.
But would you have confidence? Because we've been in that situation for how many weeks now,
Yeah.
man?
I know.
We controlled our own fate. We had some room to give. Now we're
Yeah. Well, all right. We'll come back to the Bucks and Quinn Ewers playing, quarterback. Is that a gift or not? That's an interesting article by Rick Stroud. I really like him, what he does with the Bucks as a sports writer. But here's the game I'm looking forward to watching, and that's the Jags at the Colts.
Mhm.
Can Phillip Rivers keep them close enough to, find a way to get that last wild card slot? If they go 10-7, can they get the wild card slot? It'll be very interesting. Jaguars pretty much have it locked up unless Houston can come out of nowhere and do some damage, which could happen. I think, you know what? I think the Colts, I hate to say it because I'm pulling for the Jags again. This could be a rough Florida, except for the Dolphins getting lucky and beating the Bucks, but I could see the Colts beating the Jags. And I always pull for the Jags too. I always pull for Florida teams. Josh, could you see that happening or no?
I can see it happening, but only in the intangible narrative sense, like home division dog, and the
Right.
Jaguars have been running really hot. This is the first time they really started to receive some national attention because of their big win last week. So in just a purely regression to the mean aspect, I could, but I have zero faith in Phillip Rivers. I don't believe that he looked better than I thought last week and the week before, but I just gotta believe his arm's gonna give out. He takes a couple more of these hits.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
they're not expecting much out of him, but I think the Jags covered the number.
Okay.
It's weird, like that 5.5 type spread
Yeah.
is weird, but
I know.
I think they get it done.
Well, and with Houston winning yesterday, that's going to keep them on their toes also.
Absolutely.
So that's going to be interesting. Steelers at the Browns, going to have some great weather up there. Too bad they don't have a dome. And the Steelers are favored by 3, Josh. I think the Steelers will take advantage of this, and they should win the game 24-14, in my opinion. What's your thoughts?
I think it'll be closer than that.
Really?
I see the Browns as just the type of team that wants to play the spoiler. Their defense is still good.
Okay.
Look, man, Steelers are doing what Tomlin does every year. Yeah, this is what they do. They come through. It doesn't matter who's back there. They're able to get it done.
Yeah, right.
Props to AA, Ron.
Yeah,
He's getting
give
it
him
done.
credit. Now, Scott, do you like Aaron Rodgers as your starting quarterback? Could you go to war with him? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think Pittsburgh's going to take care of the Browns today?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, what we're seeing this year, right, between Rodgers, Stafford, and even Philly coming in, that the veteran intelligence
It makes a
can
difference.
overcome
Yes.
athleticism
Yeah, it really can at the quarterback position.
or the lack of athleticism.
Yeah, no question about it. No question about it. Patriots at the Jets. We're going to see if Drake May takes care of business today. I don't know if they cover 13.5, Josh. Do you?
I love the Patriots today.
Really?
I
Cover
would-
them number.
In this big of a number, I typically prefer to go for like a team total. You know, if you can get
Yeah.
them over 26.5, over 27.5, get
Gotcha.
to around that.
Okay.
But the Jets are lifeless. I think the Patriots are pretty good, but like not as good as the record necessarily. I don't necessarily fear them in the playoffs, but like we said earlier, Drake May is that dude. And I need Travion Henderson to maybe bust off a touchdown or two to bring me home a fantasy championship. So
There you go. I hope that happens.
that would
for
be
you, man.
nice.
I'll be rooting
Big
for
bucks.
you, kid. There you go.
Retirement money.
Big money.
We
big money.
wish. We wish we were in one of those in Vegas. I tell you, you and I had some friends from TBYFL who got lucky there in Vegas, won a few $100,000 on a
They
fantasy
did. They
tournament.
did.
God bless them. Now, here's the game that we're talking about. Seahawks at the Panthers, I think Sam Darnold's going to go in there and kick boot, but I really do.
Revenge game.
Yeah, man. I just think he's going to do well. And Seattle's playing some great football. I'm saying 24-14. Seahawks win.
I'm right around there. Maybe 24-17, closer to the number.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not ruling Carolina out anything because we've seen them beat the Rams, but that also might have just been middle of the season funkiness.
That could,
I believe that Sam Darnold, the monkey on his back per se, was not being able to win in those big games, and he stepped up on Thursday night last week against the Rams and everything.
Yes,
and that was like he started out poorly. He threw one of those classic bad interceptions. It was like, oh, Sammy being Sammy, and I don't know. To me, being able to overcome that could really propel this team to make a long push. The NFC West is loaded.
Oh, you bet.
Seahawks, Rams, and 49ers could be the 3 best teams in the NFC.
And if things go the way I predict, the Bucks lose today, the Panthers lose, the Bucks win next week, they'll be hosting one of those 3. God bless them. That's going to be rough, bro. So we'll see. Here's the game for fantasy purposes, Josh. In my opinion, the Cardinals at the Bengals. I think this could be a silly 35-31 game. Wouldn't surprise me in the least. I think it's going to be defense optional, and Arizona's going to put up points and make it happen.
No, we're just putting the ball on the 40. And
That's all, baby.
they should start doing. That's a different subject.
Yeah,
different
baby.
day. I'm over this kickoff crap.
I am too. I want
It's
to kick up.
taken.
It's not enjoyable.
It's not.
It's just we were hoping, you and I both, maybe we could get some schemes, make it more of a long running play. Yeah, right. It never
I
happened.
don't like a team needing 24 yards to score a field goal.
Yeah.
And that's what it's coming to.
Yeah.
These kickers are kicking longer and longer.
Yeah.
You throw 2 complete passes, you're in field goal range.
You still have that, risk. You miss it, the team gets the ball at the 45. So keep that in mind, Scott. I agree with you. I'm just saying there is that risk and reward. What do you think is going to happen in the Cardinals-Bengals game? I think the Bengals are going to win, but I think it's going to be closer than people think. What do you think, Josh?
I think Bengals roll. Neither defense is good. Offenses should both put up. But Burrow, there's been some weird vibes coming out of that locker room. He's probably going to want to come out and silence it and just put up a good game. This should be a sweet matchup for them. You should be able to light 'em up.
I
Put up
think
30
they-
plus easy.
I think they could just flip the coin.
Now, here's another question with the Dolphins and Bucks game. Okay. They're talking about tanking, okay, putting this third quarterback in. Mendoza's from Miami, the quarterback from Indiana, the Heisman Trophy winner. Okay. Do the Dolphins, draft him to be a quarterback for them and find a way to get Tuna Boy bye-bye?
I think the Dolphins, they're absolutely going to move on from Tua. However that happens, I believe that McDaniel is going to prefer a veteran. And I also, to combine everything here you go. You heard it here first. I think Lamar Jackson has played his last game for the Baltimore Ravens.
Ooh.
From South Beach, from Miami, from
Yes.
that area.
Yes. So you think, would that be crazy? Lamar and Mendoza both go back to Miami and Ewers.
No, I don't think they're also going to get Mendoza. I'm saying I think the
Why not?
Dolphins would trade for Lamar in the offseason.
Well, I don't know when Mendoza's going to go in the draft either. So, we'll see.
Sure. Either way, that's what I'm saying.
Do you know what, Lamar? I know you're kind of talking off your hip, which is cool in this reference. You might not know the answer to this question, so forgive me. Is Lamar's contract up or not? If it's up, shoot.
It's not up. There was some
Okay.
restructuring, but you know how it is with these player deals. There's like opt-outs and all that sort of thing. And I've also been on the record saying if the Ravens don't make the playoffs, I think Harbaugh's out. I hope the Bucks trade for him, which also I've said. So I think you could see Harbaugh gone. They could bring them all to Florida. Lamar goes to the Dolphins. Harbaugh to we bring him in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be
I'm
interesting?
still home for Johnny Boy.
A lot of people want Gruden back.
It's been in the papers all week.
It's the obvious thing again, and I think he wants to coach, but I can see the Raiders are probably going to move on from Pete Carroll, and then
Which,
you've got Tom over there.
I don't see him going back to LA.
Why?
Because
Las Vegas,
I just think he's.
I don't think so.
I think
You
he's
think John might go back to Las
It's
Vegas?
Vegas.
I think he's so entrenched here, guys. Now I really do. He's
He's
at
got
an
Vegas
age.
in his bones, man.
I get
He
that.
does.
I get that, but he's at an age now. He's entrenched here. He loves it here. The people. He would be a god.
Yeah.
He really would.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got.
The
Well,
only
until you start losing, you
Right.
start out 2-6, all of
Well,
a sudden
right,
that goodwill's
right,
gone, man.
Right. Well, the funny thing is, unfortunately, the way he left was rough. They were 8-4. We're all going, all right, going back to the playoffs, baby. And then 4 losses in a row, and you're like, oh my God, and they let him go. I don't think that was the right move either, but
No.
that's what happened. They should have gave him one more year.
The Glazers take big chances.
They do.
They've been going back for years. I mean, look, man, Doug Williams was a big chance.
Yeah.
Going back, for a variety of reasons. Dungy was a big swing. And then even the bigger, more proven guys. We tried to get Favre.
Yeah.
We tried to get Chip Kelly, Parcells.
Yes.
Obviously we got Bruce and Tom.
Yeah.
We take some.
Wait, Parcells, I thought was pre-Glazer.
No, he's saying the Bucks in general.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. He stood him up.
All right, score prediction.
Dolphins 20, Bucks 17.
Really?
Dang.
I think if the Dolphins do win, it's low.
Pat's Miami colors showing out, man.
No, you know why it's showing out, folks.
You ready? I'm
I
going
won
on
an
a limb.
8-9 division.
I'm going
winner.
on a limb. We're betting a large pizza.
Okay.
Bucks win this by a minimum of 11.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be a funky score. 25-19.
Oh, I like it.
Scoregami, something crazy.
I like it. I like
Safeties? Okay.
safeties. We don't have any safeties.
No, with 19. I'm
Playoffs!
looking for a safety.
Playoffs. I know.
Looking for a safety.
All right, brother. Well, folks,
Yeah, 21, go for 2, get 22, go for a field goal late. You can get it a
Ha-
variety of ways.
have a happy new year, Tampa Bay. God bless you. Do a random act of kindness for your fellow man. We'll catch you next Sunday.
Peace and respect, Tampa. Peace and respect.
Not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cash back app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back